This is Rod. Today we're learning language. We're learning musical language. We're learning how to practice. We're learning how to steal. Great artists are supposed to steal, or so I'm told. I think that was Picasso. Anyway, how do we steal? How do I practice? I have a little bit of a framework on how I do it, and we're gonna do it around the jump blues guitar parts and jump blues styling. Okay, why would I want to steal? Because I want to learn how to play within a certain sound. And I want to be able to apply that to my overall mix. Okay, we do this, it could be Hendrix, it could be heavy metal, it could be whatever is your music. Okay, so this is how we learn. We learn by imitation. Guitar players learn by imitation. We learn by stealing. We don't open up our little manual and our little Mel Bay book and expect to get a lot of stuff out of that. That's not how we typically learn. We learn by imitation, modeling ourselves off of other players who have done it before, checking out the past masters who have done it. So how do we benefit from that? We fine tune that kind of practice, and if you learn how to do it, you'll learn the language, you'll learn any language, musical language, a lot more quick if listening is involved. With that said, what we are going to listen for is not complete sentence and paragraphs, musically speaking. We are thinking in terms of phrases. Okay, how I differ than other people, I'm not the guy who is on fire about learning exact note for note solos. All right? My thing is learn how a person phrases. Learn how they phrase, learn the note choices that they use, and then mess around, practice. In your practice time, put that stuff to use. Okay, so phrases can be 1, 3, 4 notes. Okay, so when I talk about a phrase, that's a phrase. That's a phrase. That's a phrase. That's a phrase. Check out their phrases. Check out their phrases. Be listening for them. Also, what we want to be listening for and what we want to try to make sense out of, this is part 2 of my framework, is make some kind of musical sense out of this. Okay, what key are we playing in? Is it a blues? In the case of jump blues, is it a blues? Or whatever style of music it is, what key are we playing in? So our goal is to be able to repurpose all the stuff that we learn, okay? And we do that through our ears more than anything else, okay? This is better than any method book you can get. It teach you how to practice. What I'm trying to do is teach you how to practice. So, and then the third part of that is we want to apply those things we learned to a backing track. Okay, so we don't just want to steal the lick, and we don't want to steal entire solos. We want to check out phrases, work phrases into our playing, check out note choices. All right, so what I'm going to do, I don't know who this player is, and if anybody out there can tell me, I would be forever indebted to you. But we're gonna check out some jump blues from, I think it's the 40s, since I don't know who it is. I don't know. What was that? So I don't know. Something like that. That was a wild guess. I hear this. When I'm listening, when I go about chords, I listen for the high note and I listen for the chord type. So the high note I knew was that. And then he slides into that F chord. All right? So let's listen to that again. I'm just mining for licks. This is my process of mining. Listening to note choices. So that's a... Okay, so now, because I'm able to say this is in a particular key, then I can say what scales go along with that, and I can start to put these new phrases into my vocabulary right away. Okay, my goal is not to play somebody else's song note for note. My goal is to be that person, not to imitate that person eventually. I want to be able to play notes like that off the top of my head, but getting those kinds of melodies into my playing. All right, so that is the goal. Little trill there. Okay, and I'm just listening. And if it's too hard, don't worry about it. Listen what you can listen, like listen for the things that you hear, and just take the things that you can hear. Your ear is going to develop as you do this, as in practice. There we go. I like that. I would not have thought of that myself. This kind of sounds like T-Bone Walker. That's what I'm hearing. That's a jazz blues. Another thing that it helps you to do is practice with a drum machine like that has a swing beat, or the backing track of something like this, to get that rhythm in your system, because right now I have all right. These are just some of the ideas that I'm repurposing. All right, now the other thing that you can do is you can not just steal from one person. If you can find two tracks, I would start with tracks that are in the same key first, and then steal different tracks, different guitar players, and don't limit yourself to guitar players. It can be horn players too. And jump blues is great for this because it's not too jazzy, It's not over your head. We're not playing giant steps. We're not playing crazy stuff. And all this stuff feeds into rock and roll, the original rock and roll. So, okay, so the next step and the final step is to repurpose this with a backing track. Now, the purpose of this and the goal for practice is if we can make practice as fun as play, we're doing ourselves double duty. For me, the idea of lick mining is absolutely fun. And that's an hour worth of practice that you're learning vocabulary. Once you get some of these phrases down and these styles down, then go back to your blues. Your normal blues. All right? This is a little more advanced than normal blues, but they're just outside notes. It's like pentatonics mixed with chord tones. But anyway, so this is Rod, Boomer Guitar Sessions, lick mining, the practice of lick mining, three-part framework. Listen for the lick, determine the context, and then repurpose it in a backing track and practice it and have fun with it. All right? Hope you got a lot out of this. I will see you next time with more stuff, more stuff. If you have anything you want to learn, just put it in the comments. Okay? So anyway, I'll see you next time.
Hi, this is Rod from Boomer Guitar Sessions. I personally wanted to thank you for being part of our community. If you like what we're doing here and you want to see more of it, please hit the like, subscribe, and share. And this helps me spread my musical messages to all over the world. Thank you. I appreciate you. And always remember, you can do this.